Yo, what's up guys? It's Danny Avila and I'm gonna show you how I made Yes Bitch.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch.
So the whole track pretty much started by a demo that I got sent from the boys. I heard the demo, I thought it had a lot of potential, but it needed like just a lot of new ads on the track, and I basically love the vocal. Like the first time I heard the vocal, I was like, yeah, this vocal is insane. Like you just hear and then it grabs your attention right away. So I was like, okay, can you guys please send me the stems so I can do what I think the track needs, because it was very messy, and also I didn't like the main concept on the track, but at the same time I thought it had a lot of potential. So this is what I got sent.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
So as I said, it had some elements that I liked, like the percussion. The kick was alright, but I thought it could be much more present. So I was like, okay, let me just start working on what I think could be the version. Obviously, the main part of the track is the vocal. So I have this vocal chain that I used on another track I made with Flowdan. It's called My Crew. And I just wanted to make the vocal like that one because it has a lot of character and it's very heavy, and just I thought this voice could sound very good with it. So I just loaded the channel strip. So this is the vocal with no processing.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
The first thing I added was an endless smile that I add on most of my tracks, just for literally automation and tension in certain parts and transitions. Then we have a little bit of EQ straight from Logic, just to get rid of low end and some mid frequencies to start to getting it right on the mix. Compression from Logic. And then we have some more EQ from Logic as well. Some deesser to get rid of some S on the vocal. I did like the S on the vocal, so I just took a little bit down, because if I would take down too much, it would just destroy the character of the vocal. Some more EQ from Filter Q3, I love it. And then this is the magic part of the vocal. It's a multi-band compressor, and you can also add like presence on the track or some air on the track. So like if you want to make the vocal like stand out in the mix a lot, like this plugin is great, and I think this is the most important one on the Yes Bitch vocal. You can, you have the amount here, pretty much like the wet and dry, and you can tweak certain parameters depending on what you want to achieve. But on this one, it needed some more air presence, and then the last one here, I forgot the Echo Boy delay. It's one of my favorite. I think I use it on every track. So yeah, this adds like a nice delay effect in the end of it. So this is the main vocal strip, but obviously there's a lot of effects in the back and a lot of textures and stuff, but this is what made the vocal sound in the phase. Then I started, like right after that, I started getting into the percussion and to the kick and bass, because I thought the track needed to be a simple track but sound very complete at the same time. So if we start checking kick and bass, this is the main kick drum. Without processing. So the first thing I do is I add drop kick, which is one of my favorite plugins. You can control so many things on the kick drum just with a couple of knots. You can check the phase, which sometimes is very useful. In this case, I added a little bit of snap, so the kick would have a bit more click. But here you can also make the kick shorter, longer. In this case, I add a bit of fire, so the kick just gets more, a bit fatter in general. So this one, I use it on every kick drum because you can tweak pretty much everything on it. And then I added the transient from Isotope, which is a plugin that I use a lot, especially when I layer kick drums, like more than one kick drum, which I'm trying not to do a lot, but I still do it, like, here and there. So here you can control the transient and just layer them pretty good. Then we have a clipper. Basically, with this plugin here, you can take your kick drum and just make it very square and like pretty much, you know, take it to the max potential. So I'm gonna show you what it does. I'm gonna turn on my mini meter so you guys can see like what it actually does. Okay, so here in this waveform you can see what it does to the kick drum. So this is without it. So it basically takes it to the maximum potential. So it already sounded a bit more fat. I always EQ my kick drums just a little bit depending on what I want to do with it, you know, how I want the kick to stand in the mix. So I just boost it here on like almost 1K, just a little bit. And then on this EQ from Fat Filter, I turn on the option on Analyzer and I click on bass. This way I can see where the kick and bass are like conflicted a little bit, so then I can, you know, duck down the frequencies that are on the way. So this is our whole bass group together, and this is gonna be very like a very simple trick, but it's what made the bass like go really good together with the whole track and the kick drum. I added the LFO tool, sorry, and then I dug down right in the end of it. Like before it was like this, but just by doing this, it just gives it like a weird groove that then it just blends very good together with the rest of the track. And then on the whole group of all the bass layers, I've got this compressor here just to make all of them like a little bit more tight, and then some EQ on the whole group as well, just to, you know, duck down some of the frequencies that were colliding with the kick. So kick and bass together sounds like this. Okay, then when kick and bass was kind of like in the right place and then the vocal was in the right place, for me it was about cutting certain things, deleting certain things, and this is the type of track that less is more, you know? Like I didn't want to add a lot of things to it because the kick and bass in the groove was so sexy and so good, also with the vocal, that it just needed the right steps, kind of like question and answer, and just the right things, but not overdoing it, right? So when it comes to like step sounds and synths and stuff like that, I had to clear out a lot of things because less is more, and this is the perfect track to see that less is more. So we've got this, I put all my sounds in folders, so I have everything a little bit more in control. So these are the steps of Just Bitch. If we listen to it with all the percussion, kick and bass, sounds like this. Then the next important part of the track that I wanted to change completely was the break. So I'm gonna play you what we had on the break first and what I did afterwards. So this was the initial part.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch.
And this is what I did.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
With this plugin, it's cool because you can hear the same part of the track by putting two different tracks. So like you can compare the older version to your version, the one you're working on. So what I did here was add in a cool 808 part, which I haven't done in a while, but it just gave me that feeling that, you know, it could just sound a bit more different doing this. So I first started on Serum with this preset called like a G6. That track from years ago, I just, you know, wanted to have that 808, so I made this thing here. And then I layered it with another bass, so it could be a bit stronger because this was a bit weak. But then it was missing the kick, so then I added the kick on the whole group.
Yes, bitch. Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Music to me is a money machine. Daddy acclaim. Baby, I fame. Baby, I fame. Baby, I fame. Baby, I...
But then I was missing a little bit of tension before the break, like right before that part, on the transition part. I wanted to make it very smooth, you know, not like a boring break or whatever. So I started just trying out a couple of things here and there, and I came out with this alarm sound that works like as a bridge. With a lot of reverb. I think it's on 80% of this Valhalla reverb. And then I was talking to Hunter because I was like, yo, we need something on top of that because it sounds a bit empty. And he sent me this stem here. But I felt like it was too much on the mix, like it was just too hard and too present, so I tweaked it a little bit. I did some EQ to get rid of this part, especially because I didn't want it to be very, very harsh. It's more subtle, you know. And then I always add the Simplon as automation, so if you see here the automation, I'm cutting the lows, and then I'm also filtering the highs to, like, you know, so it's a bit of like an effect more than like a sound. And then we also have the Endless Smile, that it's just going from 0 to 100, so the sound kind of like fades out. So I feel like this is the best sound on like the beginning on the break, you know, because then when you hear the 808, like it just comes in very, very smooth. But I still wanted the percussion to be in this part. I didn't want to stop it, so I filtered it, and it's there pretty much the whole time, but just filter.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes.
And then I started paying attention in the build-up, because again, I didn't want this to be very dirty. I just wanted it to make sense and all the sounds to have the right present. So adding lots of reverb to the sounds so they disappear, a lot of filtering, low cut and high cut to, like, you know, play with that, so all the sounds have the right place on the build up. And then I added some effects, some risers. And then this stem here is what adds a lot of tension into the build-up as well. This.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. With the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the mastering of the track, which I think is a big part of it, because it sounds very like aggressive, not too aggressive. I think it's like the right mastering for the track. So the whole master chain, I usually always start with this plugin that I love, the God's Particle. Basically what it does, it allows you to push certain frequencies in a very generic way. You just have 3 knots here, but on the right side you can see more or less where you have to go. So you just have to reach like the green lines here more or less, and then just play with the wet and dry here. So it's already pushing the track a lot in the beginning. Then saturation, this plugin is amazing. I usually use it on the master chain to add just a little bit of saturation, not too much. And then what I always add afterwards is the Ozone 11. Well, before this one, sorry, Ozone 11. So on this part here, you can just play the track, and it's going to give you an idea of what a good mastering could be for the track. But then you go section by section, just tweaking depending on what you like. Afterwards, I'll add the clarity, and this clarity plugin, what it does basically is, imagine if you would have like a ping noise. So it's pushing the high frequencies or pushing them down, depending on that pink noise first idea, right? So it just adding clarity to the track pretty much. So
yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. With the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch.
So you hear when I bring it up, it's just like, it sounds more clear, like the whole thing. Okay, there's that. Next step, we have a little EQ here, which you think is not doing much because I'm just going on the 50K frequencies, which you can't really see it even on this EQ from Fat Filter, but on speakers you can really hear, so you can boost the really high end of the track, which is what I'm doing here. And after that we have saturation, about almost like 50%, is to add some more saturation, and then another limiter, which is going to be our last things on the master. I love to work with the mini meters. Then you have to add it here in the master chains, because then you can just have like a record box kind of view of the track on the project.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
So like when I'm working on a track on my laptop, which is pretty much how I work all the time, I make tracks on the road and then I'll come to my studio and then mix them better. The mini meters is really good because you can have a view of how the track is looking like pretty much. So yeah, boys and girls, this is the walkthrough Yes Bitch. It was honestly a track that came about really fast. I think I made it in 2 days, well, 1 day, but then I always like to go back and fix a couple of things, but the idea was done in a day. And then I finished it. I sent it to John, Dom Dollar. Dom played it, posted a video, went viral. John played it, posted another video, went viral. And since then, we got Yes Bitch done. Hope you guys like it.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. With the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest.